Call it a certificate, a pass, or a passport, some kind of documentation is in the works for people to show they're safe to travel. The European Union is calling their proposal a digital green pass. Vaccination status would be a key piece of information, but officials have stressed it wouldn't be the only.
It's not a passport, it's a real certificate, like you said, but it's not only about vaccination, it's about the recovery for the people who have had the sickness, the vaccination or the test to avoid any discrimination between the different citizens.
COVID-19 vaccination is not required in the EU. Critics worry that a so-called green pass could become a slippery slope to a vaccine passport, thus discriminating against the unvaccinated. Data protection is also a concern. The World Health Organization is against making vaccination a travel requirement, and so is the ICAO, the United Nations aviation body. Tourism-dependent EU members such as Greece, Cyprus, Spain, and Portugal are eager to throw open their doors to travelers from places where vaccination is going quickly, like the United Kingdom and Israel. Negative tests or proof of COVID-19 antibodies are also acceptable to many in the travel industry.
Hunderttausende Arbeitsplätze in Österreich hängen.
Hundreds of thousands of jobs in Austria depend on getting to travel normally again, for business and vacation.
Geschäftlich unterwegs sein können, dass Menschen wieder auf Urlaub fahren. Und ja, ich kämpfe.
That's why I'm fighting to make this happen as soon as possible. The Green Pass is one possibility for reopening borders, reducing border controls, and getting our economy going again.
Und dass unsere Wirtschaft wieder an Fahrt aufnimmt.
EU officials say testing and quarantine will remain central to safe travel. A little more than 10% of the bloc's 448 million people have received at least one shot of an approved COVID-19 vaccine, meaning herd immunity is likely farther away than the summer travel season.
My colleague Marina Strauss is standing by in Brussels, where the EU Commission is about to present plans for EU health certificates. Marina, what do we know so far?
What I know is that a possible EU-wide certificate could complement this little book. I brought mine here, and it proves that I'm vaccinated against many things, not COVID-19 so far. But as you can see, it's paper, it's not digital, so it's not comparable EU-wide, and that's what the EU Commission wants to change with this possible new digital certificate. The EU wants to make it easier for people to travel across borders again, because we know freedom of movement is essential for the EU idea of the European Union. And the idea is, we heard it already, but I repeat it because it's important, is that this certificate will prove if somebody is vaccinated, it will prove if somebody has recovered from COVID-19 or if somebody has a negative test result. And what is different from, in comparison to other measures we've seen taken by the EU Commission so far, is that it is actually a law proposal, because the EU Commission has realized it does not go far enough with recommendations, because then EU states just say, okay, that's nice advice, but we'd still go our way. For example, when it comes to a common approach to border closures.
So on what can the EU member states agree, and what's the hold-up? What is still being debated?
Well, countries that rely heavily on tourism, for example, Greece and Cyprus, can't wait for such an EU-wide certificate to be put in place. But other countries say it's not clear yet what kind of rights will be attached to such a certificate. Critics fear that introducing it could be discriminatory against the unvaccinated. And a responsible commissioner told German media this morning he wants this certificate to be introduced by June 1st. That means summer comes the certificate. But that's really optimistic, because not only EU countries have to agree on a common approach, but also the EU Parliament. And usually that takes a lot longer than just 3 months.
Marina Strauss in Brussels there for us. Thank you, Marina.